we go. 6 lights, and we are underway here for the Radical Caribbean Cup. Let's do this. Khalil down to the inside. Jaden Harrison on the outside. Khalil trying to find a move up there, and we go racing. Let's do this. Already getting up to the action. Up ahead is Khalil, trying to find a move. Unfortunately, could not there on the second hairpin. Jaden Harrison leads us off. There you see side by side. That is Andy, and I think that is Oliver in the background. Adam trying to fight through. Remember, he won the last 2 races last week out, so he's going to look for a huge opportunity to get another race win here today. Now, Jaden Harrison onto the back straight for the first time. Khalil Rickford is going to start to follow through, and Danny Nasir already bringing trouble to the rear end as there's carnage there in the back. Oh my goodness, apologies for the button mashing. That's, there we go. So we're going to find out what's going on in the background there. So Marlon Young, Danny Nasir, Ruben Orion, all off the track there for the moment. But now we're back on. Let's get this one underway. So Rickford's going to start to put the full pressure on to Jaden Harrison. Jaden just clipping the curb on the outside. Remember, round 2 of these 2 drivers coming together. So we're going to see what goes on between these 2, because the crowd is already loving it here at Bushy Park. They know that round 2 between Rickford and Harrison underway. Round 1 was at Jamwest as Marlon Young gets it back going, and Danny Nasir now starting to move. Both of them finding a bit of trouble in the rear end. But Khalil Rickford knows that back at Jamwest, he was only able to get 1 out of the 2 races. And there you see fastest lap. 57.218, but 1/1000th of a second slower. It's Khalil right behind him. It's a race for the ages. Khalil was able to win that race 2 at Jamwest, and Jaden Harrison couldn't even fight because he had his own fight with himself and Van Doren. This time around, first race once again, and we saw the move that Jaden Harrison made against Khalil, sliding around the outside. And one of the best moves in Caribbean Motor Racing Championship history. We're gonna see what the sequel does here. Is the sequel better than the prequel? That's all the questions we got. So much to talk about here. But Jaden Harrison is not gonna let go. And he is gonna fight hard. He is gonna prove to the world why he is better than Khalil Rickford. Meanwhile, Ruben Orion bringing out local yellows. But as there we see Andy starting to close up now on to Adam. He's going to start fighting on his own, but Rickford now is going to start to put on more pressure. We look in the rear wing of Jaden Harrison. Now, 2 weeks ago, I said the entirety of JSRA is on the back of Jaden Harrison. Well, the entirety of Guyana is on the back of Khalil Rickford. Watching here today, the dominant Khalil as he slides his car around the final sector. One of the most dominant champions, dominant race winners in the Caribbean. And for the first time in a long time, he's got some strict competition. On board once again, Khalil now starting to lose a little bit of time, 5/10. So really, it's going down to whoever makes a mistake first. So both of them have to be on their absolute A game. Lap traffic is up the road. In the name of Ruben Orion, he will have to get out the way as soon as possible once these drivers close up. Another fight to look at. Don't forget about that final podium spot. Still up for grabs. And you can look on the map on the right-hand side of your screen. You're going to also notice where that P8 driver is of Ruben Orion. As this time, Khalil takes the fastest lap, 56.837. Against a 56.894, so They're pretty much identical. And there you see, you can also see in the background how close these two drivers are getting. But now starting to close the gap more now. Khalil starting to push harder. All right, Andrew, any straight you can, let the two drivers behind you through. That's for you, Andrew. And he is going to do so, and letting this race continue on. Meanwhile, Marlon Young bringing out local yellows. Oh, as he's in the wall, and he takes it straight to the pits. And he retires. Marlon Young coming out here for a little bit of fun. And Danny Nasir is a bit disappointed to hear that Marlon Young is out of it early on in this one. Race 1 of 2, of course. And Ruben Ryan, oh, bringing out more yellows, but luckily, 3rd and 4th. Oh, he's going to split. Andy Rees now. Andy desperately needed to get through, and Ruben Ryan is going to let him through. Meanwhile, the gap now 2/10. Still on top of each other, but clear road until the next driver, Danny Nasir, which is already on the next hairpin. He is on turn 2. But nose to tail, Rickford and Harrison continue to be. Sparks fly here at Bushy Park. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. We've just wrapped up the DTM World Championship, and we are now on race 1 of 2 of the Radical Caribbean Cup of UC. As you see Rickford slide the Radical onto the back straight, pushing with all his might, not really worrying about the tire wear. He doesn't care. He's going all the way for it, and I love it. Loving the action unfold around here. 7 viewers watching the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. 56,991 against a 57,073. Ruben Ryan, more yellow flags for him. He is on the penultimate corner. But now we got to start looking at where does Rickford get the move done. And I'm sure he's not going to wait till race 2 just so we can have a cheap start ahead of him. He wants a move done on Jaden Harrison. Question is, where and how? Sometimes when you look at Rickford and the driver ahead, you can just say, or just ask yourself, when does he get the move done? This time, it's how. Rickford, a lot of work to do. If he wants to defeat Jaden, as he puts in another fastest lap, 56.704 against a 56.800. And Ruben Ryan retires, not feeling the car whatsoever. Meanwhile, the gap between Adam and Andy Rees separated by now about 2.8 seconds. So an incredible race still up for grabs for all these drivers. But who will come out on top between these two? Khalil looks like he's got it down in the first sector. And Danny's going to get some blue flags. He is going to get out the way. Good sportsmanship there. Ruben Ryan back in the session, though, so he's able to get out of the pits and back on track. Oh, he's still in the pit lane. So Khalil still finding trouble behind Jaden Harrison. The dirty air is going to continue to eat him up. And Jaden Harrison, a great job at keeping the fast King Khalil behind him. As we call him. An amazing job keeping him behind. But the race is still not over yet. There you see how close Khalil is getting in the braking zones. Very confident Khalil is getting. There we see that front nose camera to see how exactly close he is getting to the rear of Jaden Harrison's Radical. Into the second hairpin. But Jaden, great exit. Now 7/10. So Khalil, those tires are starting to lose some grip. Meaning that the next opportunity you can find, you have to take it. You cannot wait any longer. 3 minutes and 47 seconds left to go. Through the chicane. Starting the 12th lap of this race. 56.958. 57.056. Another identical lap time to Rickford. Harrison keeping a great job managing his tires and still being faster than the Guyanese. So Rickford still having to find a way to get past Jaden Harrison. But so far, Jamaica very happy at seeing their driver on top. But the gap a little bit open now. Starting opening up. It started opening up as soon as we got to the halfway point of this race. And ever since Khalil is unable to be completely nose to tail, that is just the tire wear. And we're going to see it right now. 57.1, 57.2. Still a tenth down, still within a chance, but now he's about 7/10 just down, almost a second. And Jaden continuing to lead this race. Still keeping himself on top. And with no lap traffic around them, they're going to continue to push on. There you see them through the hairpin section. And now on to the back straight. One time, once more. And now into the double chicanes now, and ooh, was that a bit of lag there from Jaden Harrison? Oh, I don't see him in the session. Has he retired? Has he left the session? Oh, was it a disconnection? Oh no! I'm waiting to see if he'll load right back in. Has Jaden just disconnected? Still trying to find him. Yeah, no, he's still there. He's still there. We still have contact with them. So it's a massive lag spike. But we're still good. Jaden is still good. That was a huge worry. But the race still continues. 1 minute. Just under left to go. And Khalil continues to slide that Radical. Last time out, he was so close. This time by. Final lap in the Radical Caribbean Cup Race 1. Oh, and look at the drift there. Call him Khalil Fujiwara as he drifts it around turn 1. If you know, you know. Through the next hairpin section, pushing with all his might. And I think Khalil knows that unless there's an unforced error, that this race is going to be wrapped up. What a fight there. Still pushing on. But Jaden Harrison, what a race it has been for him. Opened up the gap very well. And he's going to come around to the checkered flag. Jaden Harrison. Oh, Khalil trouble. But Jaden Harrison is going to take the victory here today. What a fight. And Khalil. Has Khalil run out of fuel? Khalil coming to a standstill. What is going on? Khalil is stopped. Khalil has stopped. He's taking it to the pits. He's done. Khalil, what has happened? Adam is going to finish second position. And Andy Reeds is going to finish third. Khalil Rickford has retired on the final corners. What just transpired? In front of our very eyes, did he run out of fuel?
Bro, you changed back the fuel rate.
No, it was always the same.
It was 80 in the server, 8% and it's 100 now.
So, I'll look into it. So Khalil did in fact run out of fuel. But that is your race. Rickford runs out of fuel at the line. What a race. We are at shock of what just transpired. You run out of fuel, Khalil?
Yes.
Yeah, I had like one pixel left. I thought I brought extra.
But it is Jaden Harrison
go back to
who
default?
took the race win.
No, in the survey it was 8% and 8% fuel rate, and I set my fuel to that, for that.
But that
What
is...
when he started his survey, went back to default 100.
I'm just checking now. But that is huge.
Yeah, I mean on my fuel calculator it says I have fuel for 4 extra minutes outside the 15 minutes and I barely made it.
So the first race coming to a close here.
Maybe it's a bit weird.
Yeah, no, it's very weird. Just sending a screenshot there. That is the settings on the server. $80-50-80, so yeah. I'm not too sure what happened. I'm on the track. It's saved.
It's saying 80% for you?
Yeah, if you look at the screenshot, that's a screenshot.
If you check my stream, it's saying 100. If you check my stream, it's saying 100%.
So, an interesting end to the race.
Yeah, you better put some extra liters in there just in case.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm seeing it in the event details. It's saying 100% for fuel, which is very strange. It's set in the settings. I'm gonna have to contact the server about that itself, because it's, for us, it's clearly set at that fuel rate. So I don't understand why it's at 100. It should not have happened.
I'd say run a couple extras just to be on the safe side, guys. Everybody.
Yeah, indeed.
And it's not a lot anyhow. It's like 2-3 liters. I don't think it makes that big a difference.
No, but it's the fact that we're running out of fuel on the last lap.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, but what I'm saying is don't go for the exact amount of laps. Throw extra 2 liters just in case.
Yeah, I'm very sorry for that, but yeah, on our side, we did everything. It says 80%, 50%, 80%. I'm really unsure why that did that. But yeah, I will have to contact an admin about that, so yeah, massive apologies. Because that shouldn't have happened. So, a sour end to this first race. Jaden Harrison has taken victory. You gotta let go of your microphone, Danny. So, that has really turned this race on its head. Alright, well, we'll conduct interviews. Still a really good race there. Unfortunately for the ending, but Jaden Harrison, a masterclass of a drive, and you take the race victory. Very dominant from yourself, but not without a long fight for the entire race. How was that one there, Jaden?
Yeah, it was good. I know, like, this depend very hard to pass, but towards the end as the fuel burned off, I was making a bit of mistake. But yeah, it was a fun race.
Fun race indeed. Going into race 2, you're going to be starting in 5th position. How are you feeling from starting in the rear, in front of the behind the drivers that you were able to gap? How does that feel?
Just finish, just make a clean race and take my time and finish the race.
All right. Well, best of luck to you. 2nd position, Adam.
Ro, you only got 40 seconds. I would do that after. 30 seconds only.
All right. All right. Well, we'll conduct the race 1 interviews after the race, then 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And yeah, so here we go. Race 2 after an interesting end to the first race with Khalil running out of fuel, retiring. We come up to the 2nd race now. And let's see how this one goes down with Oliver and Andy starting on the front row. Engines are revving up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 lights. And we go racing for race number 2. Oliver there in the lead, getting into turn 1 now. Jaden out to the inside. Khalil gonna swoop around the outside there. Oliver leading now. And finding the lead pack. There we see them. And you see Oliver still holding on to the lead. Adam there onto the inside. And he's gonna make it 3 wide there. It's gonna be very dangerous to try to get this through with this one alive. He goes wide and he takes the lead. Andy in 1st position. Adam in 2nd, but quickly fought now because here comes Rickford. Trying to fight hard now. And he is in 3rd position. Jaden Harrison relegated down to 6th place. Not the best of start for him, but a clean getaway nonetheless. So we get this one underway. Danny Nasir putting a good defense on Jaden, but Jaden now on the inside. Gonna put a move down, and he is gonna get it done. Now Jaden up into 5th. Your top 3 now, Andy. And Andy, Anna, and Khalil. Ree's gonna continue to hold off, but Adam gonna continue to push hard. Remember, in the first race, both of them were fighting for the top 3 spot. But oh, a slow exit, a little bit of a bump there from Khalil Rickford. He's gonna go side by side with Adam there's gonna try to hold off, defending very hard against Khalil. A good defense there, but look how close the Guyanese is getting. Adam is gonna stick to the inside of the track, and Khalil's gonna swoop around the outside. Slides in, pulls the switchback of dreams, and what a run! Khalil, defense to the inside, gets the move done. And Khalil Rickford up in the 2nd position, but are we going to see a dive there on the inside? No, so he does not get the move done. Meanwhile, Jaden Harrison is going to capitalize on a slow-moving Adam, and Jaden Harrison has now moved up a position as well. Khalil, Jaden Harrison, now fighting hard. Together once again, and their battle can now commence very soon. Andy Rees leading this one. So Andy in the lead, but it's Khalil with the fastest lap. 6/10 faster. Meanwhile, trouble for Ruben Orion. He brings out local yellows. He's on the penultimate corner. But there you see Khalil. If he can get the move done early on against Andy, he'll be able to open up the gap and start to push. But it's trouble like this. If he's going to get held up, it's going to give a massive opportunity to Jaden Harrison to really close that gap up. And Khalil starting to struggle against him. Oh, but a big slide there from Andy. Khalil with a chance. Through the chicane, Andy is going to stay in the middle of the track. Yes, he does. Jaden Harrison is going to take the fastest lap of the race. Looking for a space onto the inside, cannot get it done. And Jaden Harrison, oh, in trouble. Jaden Harrison with a free chance of fighting this battle, making a mistake there. Unsportsmanlike. Or should I say uncharacterized of Harrison to be making a mistake like that's so simple. He cannot afford to lose out against these two drivers. Khalil still held up, luckily, able for Jaden to close up, but Khalil Reckford has a good chance. Does he send the move down the inside? It's a very dangerous spot. Andy's going to cover the inside, but he's run deep, but Khalil runs into the curb. Don't forget about Adam. He is just as much in this fight. 10 minutes left to go. Once again, down into turn 1. There you see how much turning that Andy has to do to make that rear end slide. Luckily for Jaden, even with that heart attack move, almost getting it wrong. Oh, he was able to keep it alive, and Jaden Harrison needs to keep this one going because Khalil has the move done on Andy. Andy went deep. Jaden Harrison needs to get the move done now. Looks to the inside, has the move there, side by side, onto the back straight. Jaden Harrison, the Jamaican, is just about gonna make the move done. But Andy's gonna try to fight back. Andy Reid's now gonna go side by side with him, but he's gonna go way too deep. It's not a move you can go side by side in, but now it's allowed Adam to fight him. Adam against Rees. Side by side, and Andy, in the span of one lap, has gone from first to fourth. It has now opened up the fight between Jaden Harrison and Khalil 1.3. So Andy's going to be kicking himself. One mistake at that hairpin right there. That was all to cost him so much. That's how much this championship forces you to be nothing but perfect. Any mistake costs you. These radicals so tricky. You gotta just throw them in any corner you get. Meanwhile, as this race continues, Ruben Orion retires, giving us in the media pen, not his race today. And not his day to fight. Jaden Harrison, fastest lap of the race. And he's starting to push. Meanwhile, look how deep Andy Rees goes there on turn 1. He's going to lose a bit of time. And now Jaden Harrison on the back foot of Khalil. Khalil running out of fuel. Seems he was the only driver to run out of fuel, which was very interesting. Khalil not having enough fuel in the tank. I don't know. Either way, it leads up to this race 2 now. That honestly, it feels like Khalil starting from the back of the grid didn't even do anything because we find ourselves in a swap scenario. As now Khalil leads us off 7/10. But the gap is closing. Jaden looks to be the quicker one. 56.715 against a 56.786. Oh, is Danny trouble at the chicane? Looks like he's got it going once more. We as well have Andy with a good chance right here to try to get a move done. Can he put the power down earlier to get him along side by side? No, we cannot. And has to back off this time. Your fight for third position. The final step on the podium. $56,901 against the $56,740 for your top two drivers. Now $58,294 against the $58,214. Both of them identical times. Oh, Andy once again going deep. Meanwhile, Jaden Harrison closer than ever. Let's look at that nose cam once more and see how close Jaden now gets to the rear of Rickford's Radical. Starting to lose some time by the end of this lap. 57-0, 57-1. But just losing out on track. Still sticking close together, I will add though. As Andy Rees still looking for a move now. Still continuing to fight. Back with the leaders of today's events. Jaden took race one confidently. Now Rickford, is it his chance to get a win? Through the last couple corners now, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. $56,906 against the $57,225. So really opening up now. 1.1 second. Meanwhile, Andy and Adam still so close together, but Andy running wide once again. Oh, in the curb. Just about saves it, but that might be the final nail in the coffin. 2 seconds behind from one mistake. And Adam will be very happy to see it's a hold on to that one. Once more. 9/10 the difference. 3 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Can Jaden Harrison mighty up one more fight? Look at him. Sliding around the final corner. 57-117. 57-132. That's your top two. They're running identical lap times, but in Jaden's case, he needs to be quicker. Needs to really start to close this gap up. He's finding himself in the slow speed sections to close up very well, gaining about 2/10 in that hairpin alone. Through the fast sweepers now. We continue to look at the delta. Is it going down? Now in the slow part. Danny to bring out yellow flags just at the end of this back straight. He's got back going again. Gap now 8.6. But it's really on who is managing their tires well. And Jaden Harrison still pushing hard. Meanwhile, Andy Rees, look at that, 58.4 against a 57.8. So Adam caught with maybe a mistake. Now allowing Andy Rees to fight back one more time. Meanwhile, through the slow section once again, 2/10 building up. Jaden pushing up for one final attack. Short shifting as they get on the back straight. Jaden Harrison knows he's running out of time. How much time exactly? 1:40. But now he's put himself under 1 second. Oh, cut there. Loses grip. And Jaden Harrison pushing with his might. But he's gonna get a cut warning for that. But he is very much closing the gap. Despite the momentary cut, though, he's still on it. 1 minute to go. We're gonna get 2 to go. Oh, trouble. Danny Nasir, what has happened to him? He needs to get out the way. And he does. So, good on Danny Nasir to get out the way. But now Jaden Harrison with his best and final chance at an attack 4/10. Let's take it to the skies one final time. They're gonna get the 1 to go. One more lap here for the 4th round, the penultimate race. Can Rickford get his win? Or will Jaden get a move? Meanwhile, also a fight there on the front straight as Andy Rees goes through. But it's the battle for the lead we're looking at. Jaden Harrison nose to tail with Rickford. Many opportunities to get the move done. And staring close at this battle, there's still a battle there for 3rd position, but this is the main one we're watching. Jaden Harrison on the back straight one final time. Needs a set of a lifetime. Khalil defends. Jaden with an opportunity around the outside. It's going to go down to the line, folks, as Jaden Harrison tries to close up into the chicane. One final time. It's going to be a drag race at the line. Can Jaden do it? No, he can't. 88 thousandths of a second separate Rickford and Jaden, and it's Rickford on top. Andy Rees against Adam, and Andy Rees able to keep this one ahead. Andy Rees able to finish ahead of Adam, and Andy is going to take 3rd position.
Yeah, that was fun.
Wow.
Good stuff, bro. Good stuff.
What a fight.
You
What
two
a
guys
fight.
must be sweating, man. It's just a 10 between you.
Almost a drag race to the line, and
That's
Khalil
amazing,
will be
guys.
very happy. Oh, definitely. One to watch back. Incredible race between you two. Podium had some great fights all around. So I would love to start getting through interviews here now. Starting off, Khalil getting that race win there. Was very unfortunate to see what happened with the fuel. We're still going to look at, but it definitely does feel very sweet to finish on top once again here, and especially in a race that was a very close one to the end there. How was that one there, Khalil?
Yeah, it was a pretty good battle. I think Cheda might have a little bit more pace than me, so I think that made it a little hard for me. Yeah, it made it a little hard for me to defend, but yeah, pretty crazy battle to the end.
Yeah, incredible effort there. I'm sweating right now in the commentary booth to see what transpired. But yeah, incredible effort as they're practicing the long jump there for the Olympics. Already want to get off a quick flight up to Dover before Jaden, because you two guys have already had too many great races. So last week, 2 weeks out, back at Jamwest, both of you had a win apiece. This time, once again at Bushy Park, another win apiece. So, game 3. Who do you think is gonna be the decider at Dover? How do you think that one's gonna fare?
To be honest, I'm not even thinking much about the championship. Dover is my favorite track, so I just want to win there.
Cannot wait to see how that goes down. Congratulations on the race win.
Thank you.
P2, Jaden Harrison. Oh, so close at the line. Oh, basically a photo finish, and just under a 10th at the line there. It was a hard effort to start to pull back a second towards the closing stages of that race. And maybe one more lap and we could have seen you on top there. But Jaden Harrison, second position in race 2. How was that one?
Yeah, that was good, like getting back up through the grid to challenge back, but my tire pressures weren't in the window on lap 1, so I went a bit deep into turn 2 and I just had to make a recovery, and like luckily Andy and Anna like held up kind of a good bit, good racecraft from them, and yeah, just about catching back. I don't know how I caught back on the last lap. I just sent it on the brakes, almost lost the car, and was just right on the bumper, and I guess I forced a mistake and almost got the win, but that was pretty fun there. Good racecraft by Khalil, keeping it clean for the whole races. But yeah.
Incredible effort, and yeah, going into matchup number 3, the decider at your home. I know you carry one of the world records at Dover, so how you feeling? How confident are you feeling going into the final one between yourself and Khalil?
There'll be some setup work that'll have to be done, but if I could get the car to how I need it, it would be very close.
Can't wait to see how that goes down. Congratulations on the second place result in race 1 and race 2 with the win.
Yep.
I should say the other way around. And going down the order, third position, Andy Reese. No credit is lost to you. What a fight you had there at the very end, coming out on the podium spot. How was that one for you?
Yeah, definitely starting like after the first radical race, and Adam showed quite a lot of pace compared to myself. I think I also made quite a lot of mistakes. But yeah, that first turn in the double right-hander, or before the double right-hander, is apparently just so scary. I just keep oversteering going into that one, and coming up to the last few minutes of the race, I somehow caught up to Adam again, and he actually ended up oversteering out into the grass on that same turn. I got on his inside and I got in front of him, and we had a little collision after that, but he waited, so yeah, good on him. And yeah, just a last second move somehow. So yeah, that's all I could have hoped for.
Indeed, incredible effort. And just a little word on your third position in race 1. Just give us briefly, how was that race for you?
Yeah, in race 1 of the radicals, I believe
Yes.
that's P4.
P3.
And Adam came P3?
Yeah.
Well, first race, I don't remember any much more than the rear end of Adam's car, so I'm not sure what to tell you. Yeah, just, started close to him, and the gap, increased and then decreased a bit and then increased a bit. Yeah, just some mistakes on my part.
Indeed. Well, you're going to have one more race in the Radical, so can't wait to see how you're going to do. But yeah, say goodbye to a beautiful circuit like Bushy Park, because they're going to go through one of the hardest tracks on the Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club calendar, Dover Raceway. As soon as you get into the session, you're not even going to feel like this is a track. It's going to feel like a literal park. Just the woods. It's one of the most dangerous, the hardest tracks, but it rewards very well. So cannot wait to see what you can do there. We see you in 1 week's time. So congratulations on the double podium result here today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So unfortunately, not seeing our second place driver from last week, but we're going to end it off here today. Thank you, everybody in the broadcast channel, tuning in and racing with us here today. Appreciate it. And yeah, one more race, and we are going to be announcing our final championship before we get into the playoffs. I said it on stream, and I'll give you guys the hint here. It's going to be one more championship, and that championship is going to be a GT related series. So just stay tuned to that. It'll be announced in 1 week's time. But for the finale of DTM, thank you so much support for incredible racing Thank you to all the viewers tuning in and week out for just those 8 weeks of hard-fought racing, and we've all come to an end. So, cannot wait to see how next week plays out for the final round for the Radicals, and then we move past the Caribbean and we get back into going global with our races. So, we're going to see you in 1 week's time. Just one more week left for the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship in Jamaica. You guys are free to let through the session. You guys have to head out. And yeah, we'll see you next week. So what an incredible event that was. Incredible racing. That's going to do it for the penultimate round of the Radical Caribbean Cup. We'll see you for the finale next week.